Easiest Sunday morning, as they say. Welcome, 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 welcome. There we go. There I am. So welcome. Man, beautiful day today. Just absolutely fabulous. I find each day my I don't know, my eyes seem to be getting a little worse as each day goes by. But welcome everybody. Hi, I'm Mary June Tracy, spiritual love of life coach. I am a psychic medium and a metaphysical teacher. And I've been doing this work. I can't remember when I wasn't doing this work. I was raised by my grandmother in doing tea leaf readings and helping me to do Marhaba Murhan Hanam. Did I say that right? I hope I did. I've been doing this for quite some time. Love working with people, and I really enjoy reaching out and trying to give inspiration out there into the world. We've been working for the last little while on being a assertive angel, an assertive earth angel, and I've been working with the book by Doreen Virtue. Thank you for the hearts. One of the biggest things, good morning, that I find, as being an assertive earth angel is love. Love. I woke up this morning and my intuitive group girls, beautiful bunch of girls, they're just absolutely fabulous. We meet every Wednesday and they're developing their intuition. And good morning. And they've been talking about, love and trying to find, that person. And, going on dating sites and all the horror stories that they have about doing that. And the thing is, love is one of the biggest questions. Love and money are some of the big ones, the big questions I get as a psychic. For people asking me, when will I meet, my soulmate? No, ça va bien, merci. Et toi? That's about all my French. T'es trop tolé. My French is very easy, and so I'm only anglais. Show me love all the way from Alabama. Wow, awesome, thank you. And the thing is that there's many dating sites online. There's many, people have ideas on how to get you to date, how to get out there. It's a multi-billion dollar industry, and on matching people up. But there is such a fear behind it, right? Why are you on Periscope? Because I want to be on Periscope. I love Periscope. So one of the things is that apart from money, what should be the aim of life, really? Really is love. Well, we're going to go back to love and being our authentic selves. And what does it mean to be our authentic selves? And how does that, and we've been doing a lot of different works and stuff with being that assertive earth angel, how we give away our power. And many times when we give away our power, my boyfriend cheated on me last. Oh no. So that's frustrating. And my love goes out to you in that frustration. But it's also, I find it's a sign. Now, I believe you're on here before. A sign that I think you were wanting to break up with him before. And you're talking about breaking up. Is this another religious one? I don't know. I don't call myself religious. I call myself spiritual. So one of the things, I was that guy. You were that guy. See, so now you got that sign. So it's you got a sign. You had a feeling, right? And you got to trust the feeling. And you knew there was something going on there, but there was a fear. There was a fear that if I let that person go, just maybe, there's a chance that that he would change. He would change. Something would be there. And so we want it. They're afraid of being alone. Exactly. So I'd rather be in what I know and deal with what I know than go out there in the world to find something that I'm not sure of, or I think I'm not sure of. And that's what being an assertive earth angel is all about. It's standing in our power, standing in who we believe we are, and standing in our truth and our love. So there's things that we do that we call addiction delays, tactics for us not to go out, for us not to be that authentic person. Some of them is overeating. I want to learn English in Canada. Could I go to you and stay? I'm sorry. My house is full, honey. Overeating. Hello. Overeating, substance abuse, addictive internet surfing. You do. Well, if you want that, there we go. Well, I'm going to get you. If you really want that, I think you got to go visit your bathroom for a while. Overeating, substance abuse, addictive internet surfing, compulsive shopping, or love addiction. Love addiction. That's a huge thing that we do, is that we fall in love just for the idea of falling in love. A lot of these delay tactics that we do, this involves spending 1 hour or more per day on the telephone listening to your friend's latest problems or dramas. I thought he was going to change, but he didn't. Yeah. And the thing is that we bring people into our lives with an idea that we can see something, okay? Especially as earth angels. We can see something, right? And we believe that in that spark that we see, that's where that person's going to be. And that person is going to vibrate up to where we believe they should be, or they're going to be that all that we can see that they are. But that's not who they are. We are not seeing them for exactly where they are at this time and accepting that person for who they are. Because when they go out and they do what they are doing, and they've even said things to you or given you clues, but you're still hanging on because you have this, beautiful belief that they're going to be up here, right? That they're going to be different, that they're going to act different, that they're going to change, and then they're going to turn around and just hold you and love you forever. And that's our little belief. This is what we're that we really want this. And when we are in this relationship, it is not serving you nor that other person for their highest good. So we're going to do some delay tactics. So you got to look at the delays that you've used within the relationship. What have I done? What have I done to tiptoe around this situation and not address it? It could be that, instead of me, doing something healthy for myself, it's like I'll go and go shopping, or I will go and, I'll have about 5 glasses of wine or 2 glasses of wine, whatever. It's looking at these behaviors that I've done so I'm not facing what I need to face. So it isn't until it slaps us in the face and we find out, and it's very blatant, that we're like, oh, yeah, well, this is what he did to me. Now we're going to step back from this idea of what, focusing on the food and gained. So it was like you're eating, and that's, eating your problems away, overeating, having that chocolate, having that, whatever it is, because that's going to fill that void. Now we're going to walk away. We're going to stand back from it and look at it as that person didn't do it to us. All right? They didn't do it to us. That, what they did was between them and somebody else. It wasn't done to us. We feel it was. We do. We take it on like, oh, well, he hurt me. And it's all in how you believe it is. If you believe that pain or that he actually did that to you, then that pain's there. Now, I'm not trying to dismiss the pain, and I know it's very hurtful, but it's for you to have this understanding that it's not that it was done unto you. And that it's how you feel or how you project that vibration. And now, with your angels, they're showing you it's time that you need to move on. It's time that you need to step back and say, I need to find what I need for myself. Love should be done with humankind. Yes, it has. It should. So it's those things that you need to start doing for yourself. And it's so important. And that's for, not only for you, love, but I mean, that's with all of us. We all do these things. We all have that. And we all do these delay tactics. So we don't have to go out and really live to our lives to the fullest. In a relationship, if you are wanting someone to be someone who is very more vocal, or if you want somebody who's able to hold a conversation with you, or if you want to have somebody who's more loving and caring, those are the attributes that you have to start developing within yourself. If you're not being that loving, caring person, and I mean really developing, because if that's what you want, are you a princess? I think I'm a princess. I love princesses. I love the Disney movies. Just saying. And it's developing those attributes within inside of yourself. That's why we want to look at these things. Okay? And and mention that, when we want to bring in this drama. Remember, we talked about drama and stuff. And wanting, if you want to continue in the drama keeps coming in, right? And allowing for that drama. So we have to do things that don't allow the drama in our life. And that's including people. Sometimes there's people that you can't have in your life. And you might love them or care for them. It could be a brother or a sister or something. But there's just too much drama there. So you have to put up those boundaries. And one of the things is that it's spending, when you spend hours listening to somebody else's drama, and a particular friend has a brand new batch of drama and troubles, and then they call you. She's only calling you to brag about how special she is, or how he is, or how their amazing problems are, right? And she's calling because she wants you to listen to her validate her way of existence. She's using you as a delay tactic on her own. And I get that in my practice. People come in, they're telling me, all of these things that are going on in their life. But I gently turn it around and say, well, what are you doing about it? It's not going to change. Would you rather be happy or would you rather be right? And people who always want to be right doesn't mean, when you're always wanting to be right, you're not happy. You're not enjoying life. You're pushing yourself through this world. Love cannot be expressed by drama all the time. No, it can't be expressed by drama at all. You could give this friend all sorts of wonderful advice, but she will always give you the yes, but, or that he will give you the yes, but. This really isn't a relationship unless he or she is willing to listen to the problems after she's done discussing hers, right? So there's got to be some kind of two-way street too, as you're doing this. Using the friend as much as she's using you. So you got to have some kind of form of communication. If a person's just coming in one-sided in a friendship, then and you're not allowed to relay yours. It's very one-sided. Being assertive means honest with yourself and others, as we've emphasized throughout, this last couple of weeks. This entails having courage to face your addictions and other delay tactics. So it's starting to look at the things that you're doing to delay it. And one of the things is that, and I call it puttering, and I've noticed that a lot lately with quite a few of my readings, is that people have been coming in, or my counseling sessions, people are coming in and they're puttering. A lot of people are puttering, and I know the energies of Mercury and that are all in retrograde and stuff. But people, it's like almost where you have to do a list, and when you do it, check it off. And I say when you have your little list, you do the first 3 things, do them for 5 minutes. So if there are things that you have to start doing, say cleaning up. So we'll say cleaning up, let's start doing the kitchen or whatever it is. It's like, get it done, let's go for, let's do the next thing. So starting to do things on your list, so you're starting to get things done. So you're starting to be more productive. I work in micro movements, and that's in my Journey Club too. So part 2 of Journey Club, we get more into how to deal with getting things done. And we do micro movements. So we have what the issue in the center, whatever that we're working on, and it's like a wheel. So spokes are going off. And we have 5 seconds or 5 minutes to do each of them. And this is helping you to be to be more productive with it, right? So what is it? Don't understand the question. Like, what do you mean, what is it? So the micro movement is something that you need to get done. So maybe it's a self-development on self. So you're finding that you may be unable to move forward because of what's going on in your life. Or you have these delay tactics that you are doing and stuff. Yes, you know what? I am a weirdo and I love being weird. It's absolutely fabulous. Because then I know I'm being true to me. And looking at it, I never tell people how old I am. Looking at it and looking at these things that you have to do for yourself. So we're going to go back to the issue of having somebody who cheated on you, right? And looking at, so what do I start to need to build in myself? And that could be self-confidence, right? And looking at that self-confidence, that you need to develop in yourself. And so what do I need to start doing? Maybe it's starting to get out and go for a walk. Get out in nature. Simple. But sometimes just opening that door and getting out that step. So maybe I need to call somebody who is a good friend, who will come and meet me at 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever time we set, and knock on the door and say, let's go. And let's get outside. Let's go for that walk, right? So it's starting to do things that are going to actually get you moving, get you going. And starting to make those tiny, tiny little changes will allow you to make the big changes. Sunday morning, we got some really crazies on here already. So let's start looking at the little things that you can start doing within your life to start making those tiny changes. I'm going to touch a little bit on what love addiction is. So believe it or not, you can get addicted to love, and not the divine love, which is 100% healthy, but the falling gaga head over heels type of love. And earth angels are very susceptible to love addiction because of their persistence to search for the bliss, the heavenly love, and their romantic desire for a soulmate. No, I don't speak French. Most of the time we think about relationships. It is good to have definitely getting out. And if you're not near nature, sometimes I know here in around Calgary, you could do mall walking. If it's too cold in the morning and stuff, you can go out and do mall walking. But otherwise, I'd go down to the river, go down and get out, just to allow yourself to do that breathing, just to get out, right? Love addiction means that you continually look for the one so that you can have that fairy tale romance that you dream of. You become hooked on the endorphins and the neurotransmitters associated with romance. So there's a hormone or a transmitter called PEA, the feel great chemical that the brain secretes when you fall in love. It's the same thing in chocolate, the chemicals in chocolate, and it is the same thing that is in the drug MDMA and ecstasy and a few other ones. Testing if my messages are working now. Are they working? They must be working because I'm reading this. PEA makes you feel like you're floating on air. The other oxytocin is a hormone released by women when they fall in love, right? Now they are. I couldn't see them or send hearts. Oh, okay. Now you're sending hearts. Yes. This hormone is the emotional bond. So women automatically secrete this in an emotional bond with her partner. And this is one of the reasons why it's so difficult when women have like one night stands, or it really takes a lot more out of a woman than it does a man. And that's partially because of this hormone. Love addiction can be very dangerous if you get involved with a violent or inappropriate people in your quest for the addictive love feeling and chemicals. It can also lead to a lot of sexually, transmitted diseases, the whole thing, low self-esteem, and shame. Russell Brand talks about this a lot, and how, with that love addiction and always wanting to seek for the next great love, the next, that next feeling. And we get to a point when we are doing these love addictions, women are on a high emotions. That sometimes scares me. Yeah, yeah, it can be, but it's when they are going through these different emotions and stuff. It's also, take a step back, and because sometimes, it's not necessarily that instant that they're upset about. It could be something that happened earlier, and it just built up to that. And when hormones are going crazy in our bodies, many times we don't have total control over what it is. So that's why it's very good to get out to do exercise and get out and do things. I follow a practice called Kundalini yoga, and it's through Yogi Bhaji. And Yogi Bhaji, there's one exercise that he says a woman needs to get out and exercise every day, and need to sweat every day. And in the sweating, we are secreting, we're letting out, right? If we aren't doing or letting out, then we're just allowing everything to stir within us. So even not only women, but men too, it's getting out, doing that, and not allowing yourself to sit around all day long. But love is that ultimate cure-all, right? I found love at 52 years old. Fabulous! Feeling those hormones. That is absolutely great. Wonderful, Rhonda. That's awesome. Mystical Rhonda. That's beautiful. And it is finding that trueness within. And one of the things is that when we are trying to look for love and we keep, not finding it, ask ourselves, what is it that we are looking at? And are we expecting that person to be something or someone they are not? And it's really taking a look at how we identify love and how we feel. And if we expect someone to be different or do something different, what are we doing within ourselves or for ourselves to be different or do something different, right? Are we changing that aspect inside ourselves, or are we just expecting that person to do it for us? And that's the big question. And having those conversations, right? So when you are out seeking for that one true love or that soulmate, ask yourself one reason why. Is it because you're feeling that you'll never meet somebody again? And I'm going to ask you, is that true? You'll never meet somebody ever again? And ask yourself, what's so bad? When love becomes passion, it affects all. Sometimes adversely. Yeah, that's very true. It does. And when you find that person that you are to be with, it's work. It's work. It's a day. It's day in and day out of listening to the person, understanding what the person is, and sometimes acknowledging that there are some times that you may not be passionately in love with that person that day. Things go, because we're all human, we're all on a walk, and sometimes people have different feelings every single day, and it's just to acknowledge that, right? So we're going to do a little reading here. And I'm using the Butterfly Oracle cards today. And these are for life changes and making those life changes. And before I do that reading, on Monday, starting tomorrow, Yay, readings. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to be starting the Journey Club. Thanks. The Journey Club starts Monday evening, and it's going to be via Periscope. So if you're in the Calgary area, yes, you can definitely join me here. Or if you're not, or even in the Calgary area or not, you can. We're going to be doing it privately, so I'll be private messaging everybody to join. And so Journey Club will be here. If you've taken Journey Club before, you can retake it if you wish to join in. I am doing a $75 charge for that, and you can join that in. I also do payment plans and all that kind of stuff too. So if somebody says that they'd love to join but they can't afford it, or things aren't, financially in their alignment at this time, we work with that. I'm really big on working with people with that. So it starts, it's 8 weeks. We meet for 8 weeks from 7 to 9. And we go through the different steps on understanding the feelings in our body, where those feelings relate to what's going on in the rest of our life, respecting our feelings and listening to our feelings. Also, we work with your thoughts and work with what your beliefs are, and looking at those beliefs, and are they true to us? And how can I change those beliefs? And so we have different techniques and meditations that we do. So it's really a beautiful 8-week study on doing this transformation. I've been teaching the Journey Club for many years now. I think 8 years. Wow, 8 years? Yeah. So I have to think about 8 years. And it is my own program that, and I have implemented different people within it, like Dr. Wayne Dyer and Deepak Chopra and Byron Katie. So I've implemented different programs in it. Absolutely fabulous. And it's 4 levels to it. And it's $200 for 8 weeks. So that averages out to $20 a week. So it's like going to Starbucks. Going to Starbucks and taking that time. So this is about self-development of self. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. Today, get some rest. So, if you've been really overdoing it this week, or you're going to be having a crazy week, look at some time and get some rest. Get outside. Allow yourself to just have some downtime and do some reflection today. Do some journaling. And start, we're talking about walking. New exercise program, or start a program. What is it that you want to start doing? Is it walking? Is it a yoga program? Many yoga studios do a karmic exchange. A karmic exchange is when you go in there and you volunteer to do something, either watch the desk or clean or whatever, and then you can do a class. So start looking into an exercise program for yourself. And doing some grief work. Oh my gosh. The grief work is looking at things, laying in bed as you speak. Right on. Grief work is looking at things that you need to let go of from the past. And it could be somebody who's passed away. It could also be working with relationships, and start really allowing yourself to acknowledge it, and to work through it and work through what is going on there. If it's really fresh, within your life at this time, it's taking time and patience with yourself. And that's why, get some rest. Allow yourself to, understand it. It could be, and plus the grief work may not even be with a person. It could be a lot of people have lost their little fur people, their little dog or their little cat and stuff like that. And those animals had a lot of meaning in their life. Allowing yourself to grieve over that, right? Reciprocate in love is very required. Yes. It's you can't just be one-sided in a relationship. If you are finding that you're just one-sided, and nothing's coming back, then you're going to find that it's you're going to find yourself very empty. Very empty. And the last one is keep faith. Allow yourself to keep the faith. So today, get some rest. Look at some things that you'd like to start changing in your life and keep the faith. And faith is it's one of those things that people say, oh, I have faith, but. Oh, I have faith, but. Faith means that you know with all your heart and soul that it's true to you, and you go out and you do it. That's very, very important. So keep the faith. Allow yourself to keep the faith. Work on things that you need to release. I will be on tomorrow morning around 8:30, 9 o'clock Mountain Time again. And then Journey Club starts tomorrow night at 7. So you all have a fabulous, wonderful day. And be true to who you are. And thank you all for joining. Thank you for the hearts. It's been absolutely wonderful. And I'm honored that people come in and join me on Periscope. So have a wonderful day. Bye-bye all.